Magicite. Here's a fun little rogue platformer packed with random loot, craftable items, and a buttload of aggravated minions trying to make sure your play session is as small and fruitless as humanly possible. Battle bosses, craft top tier gear, and try to survive your way in this mystical underground world of Magicite. As I mentioned before, this game is primarily a platformer. The controls are solid and feel fluid, however when beginning the game you'll probably be halfway confused as to what the hell to do, so upon hitting the start button, try to immediately get nice and familiar with your inventory, as well as materials and craftable combinations, or just take the easy route and look up a simple cheat sheet for everything. That's what I did, but we'll keep that a secret between you and me. Crafting when starting out is confusing, but once you get the hang of it, building things becomes quite interesting as you have to manage your inventory space and what parts you want to save and what materials you want to ditch. And at first I thought the crafting system as a whole was a bit tacked on, but once you learn the build formulas it becomes a complete necessity to craft axes, picks and other mainline items, as everything from your armor to your equipment has a level of durability that of course breaks after 5 or more swings. Going through the first few stages, you'll notice every plant, block and creature more or less wipes a third of your health off, so get used to running, jumping and dashing your way out of enemies you don't think are worth the risk, and try to grind as many of the smaller creatures as possible. Trust me, doing so gets you a ton of experience and a new unlockable race, which is actually the main driving force of the game. Unlockables, be them hats, races or familiars, are paramount as they are what keeps you playing on despite countless deaths and suicide runs. You can unlock them through certain activities like killing 15 or more monsters in one play session or beating the game in a solid hour, but it's never a definite bet you'll immediately unlock said unlockables, as each has a percentage chance of actually, well, unlocking it. Stages themselves are straight up hell, as the game throws at you a slew of different enemies, hazards, and even a death countdown which you are expected to survive if you want to make it to the only form of respite. These small little towns, which let you buy new gear, design new clothes, weapons and armor, as well as pawn off some of your old or unused wares for literally nothing but a few scraps of coin. Oh, and word to the wise, do not, no matter how curious you are, kill these chickens. Just trust me, you don't want to do it.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
The music and visuals aren't much to write home about, but they are pretty decent and fit well with the overall game. Thankfully it never gets to the point where any of the sound effects or music becomes grating, though I would say that the pixelated art style is moderately inconsistent throughout the game. But all in all, the game is fun, enjoyable, and keeps you coming back for more. Magicite is best played in small bursts, as the pain of restarting after death gets more and more aggravating. But the gameplay is solid, the levels are one hell of a challenge, and unlocking new stuff gives you that kick to say to yourself, just one more run. Well folks, that concludes another episode of GameScan. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and as always, I'm Video James, signing out.